What's up, pups? Welcome to day 11 of 31 days of Halloween. So today I figured I would talk to you guys about the history of Halloween. I mean, we all understand that Americans love Halloween. Just America as a country spends over $5 billion celebrating it. But do we ever stop and think where the holiday actually came from? And how did traditions like asking strangers for candy and dressing up even come about? Halloween actually comes from Samhain, which is an ancient harvest festival that's held at the end of the Celtic year. The festival marks the end of summer and the beginning of the dark winter time. It's also believed that the dead return that night to damage crops and play tricks on the living. It's also believed that Celtic priests could predict the future on this night, and they would have a massive bonfire and wear animal skins and sacrifice crops and animals to the spirits. So in early AD, Romans actually came to the Celtic territory that is now England, Scotland, and northern France, and they were the first influencers of Samhain. They ended up bringing their own holidays, one of which was Feralia, which is the Roman holiday where you honor the dead, and it's in late October. They also brought another holiday that honors Pomona, the goddess of fruit and trees. It's possible that this Roman influence is why apples are handed out on Halloween and are also bobbed for. By 800 AD, Christianity had spread to the Celtic territories and brought with it another holiday. All Saints' Day was likely trying to replace Samhain with a much more holier holiday in which instead of honoring dead, you're honoring martyrs and saints. Later on down the line, All Saints' Day was eventually called All Hallows, which eventually replaced Samhain with All Hallows' Eve and eventually was shortened to Halloween. All of the holidays that were melded together to create our modern day Halloween, though, all involved some sort of dressing up. Those who celebrated Samhain wore animal skins to the bonfires, and those that observed All Saints' Day usually dressed up as angels or saints. Men in Scotland would also impersonate the dead on that day, which explains our ghoulish traditions today. Then during the mid-1800s, the French and English immigrants flooded the United States and brought Halloween with them. From these immigrants, we received the Halloween traditions that we recognize today. For instance, the first trick-or-treaters were far from today's smiling children with commercialized costumes. They lived in medieval England and practiced souling. Basically, it's where poor people would beg for breads and sweets in exchange for praying for those families. Really fast, I just want to apologize for the screaming children outside. If there was something I could do about it, I would. For now, I just have to sit there and wish that their screams would be of terror later. The trick-or-treating that we know today didn't become popular in the United States until about 1930. There's actually no evidence that souling was ever practiced in America. For all we know, American trick-or-treating could have just developed on its own. There's actually very little Halloween history documentation about anyone dressing up or wearing a costume in Ireland, UK, or America before 1900. The earliest known reference of begging on Halloween that was recorded in America was actually in 1911 by a newspaper in Kingston, Ontario. The newspaper said that it was normal in America between 6 and 7 on Halloween for kids to go door to door to houses and shops and request nuts and candies. In exchange, the children had to sing a song or make up a rhyme. Kind of funny how things have changed. Now kids just go up to a door and say, "Give me candy." There was also a different occurrence of trick-or-treating that was recorded in Chicago in 1920. And so with that, trick-or-treating spread from the west to the east in the US, and we now have the holiday that we all know and love today. Now I know you can see that from what I've discussed, there's still so much more to talk about on the history of Halloween. I will leave some links down below to some websites for those of you who want to know more about Halloween, but if this is enough info for you, I hope I've broadened your horizon to what Halloween is all about. I'll actually be continuing our history lesson tomorrow with the history of the jack-o'-lantern, since it's one of my favorite Halloween icons. So if there's anything you know about the holiday that I didn't discuss in this video today, leave it in a comment down below and we can all learn from each other. Also, if you'd like to, I have links to my Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram down below. You can also subscribe to this page for more videos. I will be doing a video every single day this month. Until next time, I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Peace out, Shrouds.